Hello, happy Wednesday. So today I've got an 80s jacket that I ironed. So it's over there hanging out. Of course, I'm not putting it on yet because it'll be everywhere. I need to go get me some, my chair won't scoot up, faux pearls. Because that's required for the 80s. I don't know. I just decided it'll work for 80s, I think. I was going to wear the black one, but I wore it already. So I haven't worn this one in a while. All right. First things first. I guess Bare Minerals bought Jerome Alexander or something. Because if you look at it now, it's Bare Minerals by Jerome Alexander. And it went, this one, the Bright Light, went from, what was it, 15, something like that, up to 30 now. They have just a light, like a fair. They have some other ones that are like $13 and change. So when I have to get more, I thought about going ahead and getting it, but then I'm like, no, I can't afford that right now. So what I'm thinking is, you know, when it comes time to buy again, I'm going to go through there and see if any of them that'll match my skin are a size that, not a size, a price that I like, because I really can't see myself paying 30 bucks. I can't see it. Maybe after the car's paid off, who knows. Anyway, so what are y'all doing today? Are you going to work? Do you get to hang out? It's today your day off? Are you hanging out at the house, watching TV? Watch your favorite shows. Talk to me. I have old lady shows that I like. So I get BritBox. Well, for now. Then when I can't pay it, I'll have to turn it off again. But that's how it goes. I watch Father Brown, Doc Martin, those kind of shows. And lots of YouTube. Mostly YouTube. I watch what is that one called? WT? It's not WTF. I can't remember. It's the something files. With the goldfish. Anybody know what I'm talking about? With the goldfish and the goldfish bowl. It's the cohort. Co-anchor. Whatever. Those are good. Those are good. I like those. I watch a Bailey Sarian, of course. I just kind of mute things that are, you know, I shouldn't be listening to, or I just go to a different one. She's got a ton of them. She's awesome. Cinnamon Stitches, Crochet, 1 Yard Ad, of course, Bag O' Day. And then I watch Steffi for makeup. I really like her. She just goes for it. And you have to trust the process. By the time she's done, she looks absolutely stunning. She's stunning before she puts makeup on, of course. But when she's done, you're like, what? What? Okay, what color are we wearing today? We got to get going. I farted around earlier, so I'm running late. I'm running late, my peeps. My peeps. Okay. We are going to do some greens and some yellers, as my older kinfolk said back in the past. Why am I even looking at that? See, I can't chit-chat too much because I don't remember what the hell I'm doing. I'm sorry, I just said the H-E double toothpicks word. And again, I apologize. when I have a problem. Like, I'll get excited and my voice goes up, or I'll be sitting there kind of talking to myself, like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? What the heck? Why'd you do that? That looks like crap, you know? I'm talking to myself. And I need to remember, I'm not. I'm talking with my friends. We're having a nice coffee and we're chit-chatting together. While we get ready, or I get ready. I don't know. Y'all might not have to go anywhere. Y'all could just be on vacation, or oh, I gotta get that cat fixed. All of my cats inside are fixed. Okay? All of them except for Bubbles. First of all, costs a lot. Second of all, I can't catch turd. And if I set a live trap, guess who gets in it? I mean, I can't turn around. Click. Look. Luna. I love her. But it's Luna every time, y'all. So needless to say, Tom Tom's trying to get his freak on, and he can't. I tell you what, y'all don't look at my bat wings. Anyway, I tell you what, I had left the windows cracked. Now, I live in an old mobile home from 1969 when I was born. Anyway, the windows are like this, and you crank, and they open like that, right? Or like that. Well, I had them just a little bit open, just a little bit, so I could get some circulation flowing through the house. And I went to work, and I watched on my camera. One of them, I have many cameras. I watched on one of my cameras as that silly cat got in between, got through a hole in the screen. By the way, they're all crocheted up now. It looks lovely, I'm sure. Anyway, got in through this hole and was trapped in between the glass and the screen. Now, it takes me 30 minutes to get home. So I kept watching. I'm like, that cat's so stupid. Maybe he'll turn around, go back through that hole. Because I can't tell my boss, hey, I got to go home. I could, but maybe I was busy. I don't remember. No time later, and I mean no time because I was watching, because I was worried. Goofy cat, I was worried. I love my babies. I love all babies. Anyway, it got outside. I was like, well, we'll see what happens. Because I can't, how are you going to get it? How are you going to get it back in the house? Y'all are going to think my trailer house is really a hunk of junk. Okay, maybe it is, but I don't care. It's mine. It's paid for. So is my property. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm happy about that. And my car's almost paid off. 3 more payments. 3 more. Yay. Let's hope that when that happens, the wheels don't turn up or something weird like that. Anywho's, okay, back to it. So, I get home. I'm looking for Bubbles. I'm looking. Can't find her. I'm on the phone with my friends, with my cousins. Bubbles is lost. Bubbles is outside. Bubbles is not gonna, I don't know what's gonna happen. And they're like, well, she'll come back. I'm like, but she won't get near me. So if I open the door and there's all these other cats, I can't just leave it open. Well. Okay, now here's, okay, this house used to have central air and heat 1,000 years ago. Like, I'm 1,000 years old, so it was about back then. And there's a grate in the kitchen, metal grate. By the way, I've lived in trailer houses, and this one's much dirtier than the new trailer houses, or the trailer houses that were new in the 90s. Anyway, I had pulled, this is in the, previously, I had pulled up, I was like, look at that, there's filters, filthy, I'm going to take that filter out. Well, I don't need it in there, I'm just going to take it out. I took it out, no problem, right? just a hole, but it's under the grate, no big deal. It's got metal, the metal housing where the air used to flow. Well, somehow, probably cats, that come loose. So now, I put a piece of carpet over it. Don't, okay? I do makeup. I don't do construction projects. So, I hear, and Luna loves to go to that. She goes right over there, she takes her claw, she lifts the carpet up, and sits here looking down and judging you minuscule peon other cats. You're beyond me. You're beneath me, literally. Anyway, I hear this horrible, you know, and I'm like, what? So I go lift up the carpet, because the other cats are already around there. I go lift up the carpet, or it's already lifted up. Probably it's already lifted up. Peep down. Guess who's there? Bubbles. I'm like, outside's not so great, is it? So I took the whole grate off, and then I stood back because she's stupid and she won't get near me, even when she's desperate. She peeps her head up. I picture a meerkat in the desert. She's peeping her head up, looking around. Boop! Back in the house. Guess what? She ain't tried that crap again. Okay. I'm weird, y'all. I'm weird. I can't help it. I'm in a good mood this morning. What's up? What's up with that? I haven't even had any caffeine. Well, I've had some coffee. But, like, no caffeine tablets. What's up with that? I heard a choo-choo train go by earlier, too. So basically, eventually, I'm going to take her, capture her somehow. It's going to have to be the live trap. And once I catch her butt, I don't know how they're going to get her to put her to sleep for, you know, for her surgery, but it'll all have to be done. Everything is on pause until the car's paid off. And I keep thinking, I'll do this when the car's paid off. I'll do that when the car's paid off. Well, guess what? The car payment ain't that much. So I need to calm myself down. Because unless I get a raise, which is very doubtful, maybe when they rewrite the contract next year. And I always put it off. If this doesn't happen, if that doesn't happen, I'm going to go and I'm going to get transferred to another location. So my next thing is to say, if they don't give me a daggum raise, when that new contract's wrote in 2025, I'll have put my, you know, I'll have learned a lot by then, because Chicago will be here, the office will be here, and I will have learned a lot from it. I will have learned a lot from it. By the way, I have these crazy bat wings because I let myself get extremely fat. And then I lost, so far it's been over 170 pounds. It's very slow now. So you might watch videos and be like, she just said that, or she said that last a few weeks ago. I'm not going pound by pound because I don't check it pound by pound. Which one was I using? I go in, I take my shoes off. I use the scales at the gym at work. Having hot flush, y'all. Could be because I got this extremely heavy house coat on my lap. I don't want to get makeup on my pants. Okay, that's enough. You gotta get going, chick. You have got to get going. Alright. Again, don't look at my bat wing. Okay, what do we say we're doing? Oh, I gotta turn on a fan. It doesn't do much. It's a little janky fan. This old one, though, it's actually metal. It's tiny. Doesn't blow straight. Blows crooked. I don't know why. It's not that it's that dirty that it can't blow straight. It's just it blows crooked. Alright, y'all. Now this 1980s jacket that I have is multicolored, but mostly it is like a blue. Got it hanging up over there, but so I don't want to go in with that, but no. I was trying to think, where am I going to get rid of this extra powder? Okay. Wowza. Tell me that's not the 80s. You know it is. You know it is. If you're watching this, please subscribe to my channel. It's absolutely free and it doesn't hurt a bit. Because the subscribers are very, very slow right now. And I know if somebody who just happens upon my channel and they see one where I'm talking in the evening and it's very boring, and they just skip over or whatever, that they're not going to come back and see the rest of it. See these, which are a little bit more interesting to me anyway, at least I think so. But I'm still going to do me, right? But I want to get, within 2 years, actually, within a year, but it's coming, October will be a year. I'd like to be close to 1,000, you know, but I don't think I will. Not at this rate. So share with your friends. Just put my video on and let it just play. It's okay. It won't hurt nothing. Nothing. Hobby Lobby. Oh, Floral Delights for 40% off. It would have to be yarn. Yarn, y'all. It's not very bright, is it? Not very pigmented. Not very pigmented at all. I don't want it to totally muddy up. But it's going to kind of do it a little, but not in a bad way, I don't think. I'll just go back over it with that bright green if I don't like it. Because it's not happy. It is not happy being next to the green. It's not happy. Look, it's not happy, see? Look at that. It's my eye stuff. It gets in the corners, but whatever. Oh, the cracks. The cracks, I think would be wrinkles. Okay, Kathy, it's called wrinkles. We're doing the 80s. We're doing the 80s today. I graduated in 87. I sure did. I get on Facebook and I start looking at some of that stuff. Talk about nostalgia. Oh my gosh. They show some like 80s video high school. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's like my high school without people the people I don't know. I mean, I was obviously never popular. But I did have a good high school. I had really good friends. The popular was just not who I was. It's not who I am. I mean, you would think, you'd be like, well, you're on YouTube. You're putting yourself out there for everybody. I am putting myself out there for everybody, but I'm also almost 55. I have to count sometimes. It means you're getting older and you gotta count how old you are. You gotta count back. Or you gotta use ALEXA to ask, what is 1969 minus 2024? Okay, whatever. Either way. Yeah. So, I don't care. I'm not, and none of us are a silly young girl anymore. That silly young girl died a long time ago. Well, not the silly part, but the young part did. And I'm still a girl. So I guess the young part did. Though, I have to say, I don't want to use that one. I will mess it up. That just looks green. It's not a really bright color. That's a bright yellow. Boop, boop, doop, boop, doop. Anyway, yeah, so I look at that and I'm just like, wow. Look at those looks. The hair and the... I mean, I do have to be somewhat professional, so I need to start getting on here on the weekend. I know I've said this before. On the weekend and just really doing some cool, interesting looks. I know you're like, but you look like that lady from Drew Carey. The Drew Carey show. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google it. Mimi. Her name is Mimi. Oh, gosh. I'm not happy about the pink with the green, but let's see what happens if we start blending a little. I'm trying to blend. I mean, what do you want out of a budget eyeshadow? This is just what you get. But that pink, man, it doesn't want to blend with nobody. It's like, no. I just want you to keep on and on and on. And still I'm not going to blend. Add the paint back in a little. See if that helps. I don't remember what green I used. Cool. Just pop a little bit more green on top. Okay, it's blending. It's blending, y'all. But I gotta fight it. I got to fight it. Wish we could listen to makeup together. Makeup. What's wrong with me? Wish we could listen to music together. But no. Copyright infringement. And those people work hard for their stuff. Just like I work hard for my crochet, but people don't want to pay it. And I understand, because the economy right now is horrible. Everything is up so much. Yarn is up. Time it takes to make some of those things, you know, and not to mention the amount of money that the yarn costs. All right, let me add. Where are you? My little friend. My little friend. Is that upside down? Yes. There. White. White. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Does anybody know that little tune? If you're my age, you should. It was a commercial. Surely I don't get in trouble for doing that one. I hope not. I hope not. Yeah, I was in the band. I played the flute. I loved it. It was a lot of fun. It was hard though. It was back in the day. We did push-ups on the asphalt. And asphalt was not just regular old black asphalt. Oh, no, no. Nay, nay. As Bailey would say. Bailey Sarian. Anyway. Nay, nay. It was the kind old with rocks in it. Rocks. And my band director would get so mad at us. And he lived to be an old man. I was really surprised about that. Because he would get so mad at us. He would turn red from every piece of his body that you could possibly see was red. Okay, this is the primer from Essence, and it comes with Lash Without Limits. I'm just going to go ahead and put this on so it can dry. At least I think you're supposed to wait for it to dry. I didn't read the directions. First of all, I always throw the boxes away, so I can't even say that. Well, if you would put them on the box at least, but I throw it away. You know, in bigger font, because there's no way. You can't see it. Can't see it at all. At all. Okay. Ignore my bat wing. Every time I reach up there, I say you that. It's a fat bat wing. Underneath this arm, it has a scar. When I was 21, I had to have a liver transplant. And that was back in October 1st, 1990. And that's where they put me on the bypass machine. And when I was awake enough and off of life support, and to where I, you know, was with it, I still remember my mom was so happy. Oh my gosh, you just don't know. Dad had left her. He had left her right before this happened for a home wrecking whore. And he was only 9 years older than me. Dad never had common sense. I loved him very much. But I always told him that. I said, you know what, you've never had common sense. God bless you, Daddy, but you never had common sense. He didn't. Never. Not a drop. Anyway, so it was stapled, right? Well, you can't, obviously, you're not going to be shaving there. Well, it looked, my mom told me it looked like an inchworm. I was like, that's disgusting. I know, TMI. I'm sorry. I was like, that's so gross. But, yeah, my mom was so happy. I can't believe she was alone. She was alone through this because they had to ship me off to Dallas, and I'm just north of Houston. And yeah, she was alone. Dad did come up, but there at the beginning, very beginning, she was alone. Dad loved me. He got up there as soon as he could, which was soon. It was soon. But there, while I was in whatever, ICU, whatever it was, anytime I would wake up, but that was before, yeah, it was before the surgery. Anytime I would wake up, I was tied down, I was intubated, but I would wake up enough to see my mom. My mom, she was there. I remember her having a conversation with the doctor about, and I had just been working in the hospital doing phlebotomy. Not just been, but I had. I mean, I was only 21 at the time. It was one of my many jobs. And at that time, since then, I stay. When I get a job, obviously y'all know, I stay. I stay. Even through all the mess, I stay. But she was in this, so the doctor was saying I needed platelets, and this was back, you know, with AIDS, and that was a big thing back then. People didn't understand it. It was also not screened for real well. It was really terrifying for many, many people, and my mom was no exception. And when the doctor said that, she said, well, can I donate? And I remember thinking in my head, no, there's a 24-hour turnaround. And the doctor said, no, there's not enough time. Hi, Luna Tuna. So, poor mama. She dealt with all that by herself. And, I guess it was, no, that might have been after, was that before? I don't remember, because I was out of it, y'all, obviously. I was dying, and I did die. Died a few times. But, when they sent me to Dallas, and they put me on the top of the transplant list, I mean, I was young, I was healthy, except for that, I was healthy. She was in this waiting room. She told me about it, obviously told me about it later. And she was waiting for this phone call, because I was not going to last. I would have been dead by morning. And there was a lady in there with her. She was waiting too, about something, I don't know. But they called. Mom answered the phone, got on the phone, however that worked. And they told her that they found a liver for me. So if you don't donate, please, please put that on your driver's license. Please. Because you don't need it anymore once you go. Anyway, Mom got the news. Mom fell to the floor. And she told me, she says, the lady came over and held her. She didn't have Dad there. I'm gonna start crying. I gotta stop. She didn't have Dad there. She had a stranger. And that stranger held her. My brother's still never forgiven my dad. Never forget. I think he did to an extent, because he didn't talk to him for 5 years. But I did, because I wanted to have a relationship with my dad. I was so desperate for that. I was desperate for the relationship with my father. So I put up with a lot of shit. Put up with that hoe. Until finally, right before he died, I got to finally tell her, don't ever talk to me again. Don't call me. I don't want to hear from you again. You've always been nothing but a home-wrecking whore. And I know that's not a Christian thing to do. I know it's not. I know it's not. And I know that you're supposed to forgive people. Dad was going to leave her, right? After they got together. Dad was going to leave her. I don't know if he would have went back to Mom, but he would have left her again, because it's just because he didn't have any common sense. When he was going to leave her, she got pregnant on purpose. And I remember we went down to Lake Conroe, and we were at the public boat dock, just sitting in the truck. And he told me, he says, what should I do? He'd already left Mom. This is before I had the transplant. Because all this happened quick. And he says, what should I do? I said, you should do the right thing. What I should have said, you should just run as far away and quick as you can away from her. Dad was a drunk. Grandpa was a drunk. Grandpa on the other side was a drunk. Most of the men in my family have been drunks. It's a damn shame. So anyway, he went and married her, and but yeah, she got pregnant on purpose. She told my my great aunt. At the time, my great aunt had a restaurant, and they had went to that restaurant, and they always drank, so hello. So she told my great aunt, of all people, that she got pregnant on purpose because he was trying to leave her. Of course, he didn't have enough sense to make sure that he didn't get her pregnant. But you know what? In the end, golly, we do a lot of dumb things. We all do. We all do. And when that man died, my world fell apart. And I have been lonely ever since. loved him so much. And he loved me so much. I'm just busy doing my makeup and not paying attention to what I'm doing. Okay, this right here is the glue I use for my, it's AOA Studio. And I'm weird. I put it on my eyebrow or eyelid. I'll get it right in a minute. I'm gonna have to get the other one because this is getting old. Well, there's a little left on that. Well, actually, it's just, it'll dry. It dries up, and I don't want it. It starts doing that. It's harder to get on. Oh, man. Make sure I get it in this corner. Oh yeah, I have to do more eyelashes because I tore the other ones. I was trying to clean them yesterday when I took them off. And I tore one of them. After, of course it wasn't the first one, it was the second one. So, oh well. So I use Dye Silk eyelashes. I think it's 006. They've got a ton of them. They come like this. Sometimes their glue transfers. It's not really transfers, it stays on the lash. And then you gotta get it off of there. And of course I'm running behind. Imagine that. I know it's shocking. Shocking. Cut off at the big end. Like, well, okay. Just make it fit your eye. Whatever makes you happy. Let me show you on this one. So here's the lash, right? I cut off about that much. And you ain't got time for this or that. There's a lady on the news here in Houston after a house caught on fire, or apartments. She's hilarious. I can only imagine how funny she must be to have around. She went viral. Ain't nobody got time for that. That's what she said. It's hilarious. I think it was Houston. I could be wrong. Imagine that. Kathy, you're wrong. I'm not surprised. All right. While that's doing its thing, which means getting tacky. I'm going to put some of this, 2 squirts. Again, I'm going to try this with water. If y'all do this with water, let me know how it works. So this could burn your eyes. So I'm not suggesting it. Disclaimer. It's a disclaimer. I'm not suggesting it at all. Going in with the pink. I know usually I say go with green, but I got pink on my brush. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Yeah, that bright green would have been good. Pretty in pink, right? Y'all remember that show, Molly Ringwald? That was a good show. That's another one. The Breakfast Club. That was another good one. I don't know why Flatliners just popped into my head. Oh, Flatliners was later on, but what was that one with the vampires? That one was later on too. Kiefer Sutherland in a minute. Couldn't tell which one was hotter. Such teen angst. Or young 20-ish angst. That green. It don't wanna. It don't wanna. But maybe a little darker one. That's a better. I didn't even tell you what palette I'm using. Hold on, I'll show you. Let me see. Alright, now y'all know I've got to use the blue. My boss hasn't said anything yet about my makeup being too wild. And believe me, if he thinks it's a problem, he'll tell me, because he doesn't care. He doesn't care about hurting my feelings. Not even a little bit. But that's okay. Oh, I was supposed to put these on. Y'all, don't let me put those on without putting on this mascara. I must have the mascara on first, and I haven't let it dry. Let me let it dry some, and then I'll go ahead and do my lips. I gotta get my butt in the air. I should have took my daggum shower last night. That's what I should have done. I was rudely interrupted by the 6 o'clock alarm, which means I'm totally way behind. I'm supposed to be leaving the house at 6, and I'm nowhere near there. Okay, so we're gonna do lips while that's drying. Okay. But all I've got to do is grab my jacket. Oh crap, I gotta go get some white yarn, because I'm gonna start putting don't go in there. I'm gonna start putting the white yarn around the granny squares. That way I can lay it out on the floor and check it out, see what it, where I'm at, before I make even more squares. What was I fixing to do? Put that in my eyes? I had to think about it. It's because I'm rushing. All this is Wet n Wild, Mega Slicks, Sinless. I don't know who thinks of these names. Oh crap. And this one is Pink Eyes, I think. Yes. Pink Eyes. Alright, let me put my eyelashes on. Smoosh, smoosh, smoosh. Smooshing them together. I don't know why I have a daggum eyelash hair right there. Ain't gonna do it. I don't know why. I don't know. Whatever. If anybody gets that close to me, I'm gonna punch him in the gut. Okay, no, I'm not. I'm telling them to get the heck away from me, though. Nobody's gonna get that close to me. Okay, this is a look today, 1980s, bright colors, happy days. I miss those days. Those were good times. All right, I just got to go get my, well, I got to wash my hands and get my jacket on. I got to take my medicine. I got to get the heck out of here. So, God bless you. Have a good day, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Oh, and if I've forgotten, I haven't forgotten. If I haven't answered your comments yet, I'm getting to it. Okay? I love y'all very much. Don't stop commenting. Love you. Bye.